Namaskar to one and all. I, Dr. Poonam Dhawan, Head of the Botany Department, Buddha International College. Today, I am going to tell you about plant tissue culture. Before going on my lecture, I would like to tell you about the importance of plant tissue culture. It is one of the most rapidly growing area of biotechnology because of its high potential to development crops. The technique of plant tissue culture have largely helped in the green revolution by improving the crop yield and quality. Because of the wide range of application, it attracts the attention of molecular biologists, plant breeders, and industrialists. As we all know, this is one of the burning topic for research not only in India but throughout the world. So I will start with my contents. The contents of my talk includes following points starting with the introduction, history, principle, basic aspects of plant tissue culture and application. First of all, I will start with the introduction part. Tissue culture is in vitro cultivation of plant cell or tissue under aseptic and controlled environmental condition, and this technique affords alternative solution to problems arising due to the current rate of extinctions and decimation of the flora and ecosystem. The next point is the history of plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture was first proposed by the German botanist Haberland in 1902. He is regarded as the father of plant tissue culture. He mainly worked on palisade tissue and grew then on knob salt solution with sucrose and observed the growth of cell. The very important point is the principle of the tissue culture. It relies on two fundamental abilities of plants. There are totipotency, the potential capacity of plant cell to develop into an entire plant. It implies that all the information necessary for growth and reproduction of the organism is contained in the cells. Now comes the basic requirement for the tissue culture laboratory, such as equipments and apparatus, washing and storage facilities, media preparation room, sterilization room, aseptic chamber for culture, and observation or recording area well equipped with computer for data processing. For the successful achievement, the following general basic facilities are required. Some equipments and vessels are required like pH meter, BOD incubator, laminar airflow chamber, balance machine, data collection and recording room. So these are very important parameters which are required for any good tissue culture laboratories. Like you can see, autoclave for sterilization and measuring of pH meter. This picture shows for the sterilization of the glassware and metallic equipments, hot air oven tray is required. This slide shows tool required in the plant tissue cultures like knife, scissor, scalpel, glasswares, and very important laminar airflow chamber. Second basic aspect is nutritive medium. A semi-solid medium is prepared in double sterilization water containing micro elements, amino acid, carbon source, agar, vitamins, sucrose, and phytohormones. Third aspects of transfer for the culture. The advantage of working in the laminar airflow cabinet is that the flow of air does not hamper the use of Bunsen burner, and moreover the cabinet occupies small space within the laboratory. Let's have a look of tissue culture room. You can see with culture plantlets are kept properly in different test tube in controlled environmental condition. And fourth is data collection and recording the observation. All the observation should be done in the aseptic environment, that is in the laminar airflow, whereas for microscopic examination, separate dust-free space should be marked for microscopic work. All the recorded data should be fed into the computer. This picture shows observation and recording area well equipped with computer for data processing. Now coming on very important aspect of plant tissue culture. The whole process can be summarized into the following stage as shown. Stage first, preparation of the donor plant, explant. Any part of the plant which used for the culture, it is called explant. Stage second, initiation stage, surface sterilization and transferring into nutrition medium. Sterilization means free from the microbes. And third is repeated subculturing to increase the number of propagules. Subculturing means maintenance the stock. And fourth is induction of rooting and development of strong root growth. And fifth is acclimatization stage. The in vitro plantlets are transferred into the greenhouse. The whole process can be summarized by this diagram. First you can see we take the explant from the mother plant, and after that surface sterilization with sodium hypochlorite and inoculation into the MS medium, and we get the callus, and after the subculturing we get the microshoots, and microshoots having the root, and whole plantlets are transferred into the greenhouse. Now it can be very easily understandable from the picture about the inoculation part, in which transfer of explant into the MS media. Second is subculturing. Subculturing means maintenance of stock. And third is this picture shows incubation period under the control conditions. Cultures are incubated in the culture rooms where light, temperature and humidity are controlled. And fourth is rooting. Rooting, it is the induction and development of adventitious root on the proliferated shoots. Root formation is induced in a medium with high oxygens and low cytokinin concentration. And last is hardening. Hardening means when the plantlets are exposed to the natural condition in a stepwise manner. Here you can see hardening the plantlets. Now I'm coming on types of plant tissue culture like seed culture, embryo culture, cell culture, callus culture, pollen culture, organ culture, protoplast culture and meristem culture. Now application of the plant tissue culture, it is a very important aspect. Plant tissue culture technology has been used in almost all the field of biosciences. The desirable products produced by the plant tissue culture are as diversified as the industrial itself. Its application includes production of phytopharmaceuticals, biochemical conversion, clonal propagation, disease-free plants, production of immobilized plant cells. And during the last 2 decades, advancement in tissue culture technology such as development of hairy root culture, immobilized plant cell system and techniques to enhance the excretion of desired products into medium has resulted in the promising findings for a variety of medicine plants. So like this many advantages of plant tissue culture. With this I summarized my talk. The tissue culture is one of the important technique in which we can explore many possibilities related to new medicine plants, and there is a wide scope in this field for researchers to work globally. Thank you.